It's the winter. It's kind of hard to go for walks. It's one of the things I like to do with my day. Just go for a walk. It's good to be healthy. Walking is healthy, I guess. However, during the winter, with the snow, it sucks. It's the worst. And so for a while, I was doing like a morning run, afternoon walk. And afternoon walk is something I would skip sometimes depending on the run of the morning. But yeah, pretty much running is difficult during the winter. I don't have a treadmill. I don't really like running on a treadmill, honestly. I've never been a fan of it. And I know it's kind of necessary if you're going to be a runner, which very loosely I call myself a runner. I don't like really having that proclamation because I feel like I don't do it enough. Because I don't own a treadmill. So maybe if I owned a treadmill, I'd suddenly be a runner, maybe. Yeah, but it's kind of hard during the winter. And I don't really have the space, the room, the money for a treadmill. So, not really focused on that right now. But the afternoon walk is still possible during the winter. You just gotta be careful about the slick ice, which, living in Minnesota, man, it has its challenges. I used to love the winter as a kid. I don't think it's something you start to hate until you become an adult, when you realize, one, you have to shovel a lot, and two, that you have to have a normal, 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever kind of range of hours you have. You got to have a normal job. So you don't really get a chance to enjoy the snow like you did as a kid. Plus, there's some things that you don't really like to do as much once you become an adult. Sledding, and that's fun. So, making a snowman doesn't have the same impact. I still do it, but, it's not the same as a kid. So I don't appreciate the winter as much as an adult. Plus, if you want to do anything fun like snowboarding or skiing or even a snowmobile, you need to be able to pay up to have that enjoyment, and you need the time to make that enjoyment happen. Weekends, I guess, but even now I'm thinking about skiing tomorrow. I always try to get at least one yearly ski in, and I would do it more, but if you don't own a set of skis, you got to rent them, and renting them is expensive, but also just using the hills expensive. And with COVID restrictions, now everything is you have to schedule a time to even go. So everything's more difficult with the winter when you're an adult. Nowadays, I always get into a bit of I don't know what the term would be, but I'm not on my A game during the winter. Certainly not. New Year's comes and I'm like, time to make a resolution. Which, if you live in the snowy area, I feel like is the worst time to try to make a resolution, because winter just, I don't know. It does something to your mood. I've heard of winter depression, and I think it is a thing. I guess I didn't really want to ever admit it was a thing until recently. But certainly is a thing. And it sucks. And it definitely impacts me. I don't like what it looks like outdoors. I don't like all the dead trees. Especially when it's not pines covered in snow. It's not pretty. I don't like that it's dark very early in the morning. It doesn't make waking up early at all necessary, because it's not light out, even though you should be taking advantage of waking up early. I was doing the thing for a while during the summer. I was waking up at like 6 every day, maybe even 5. But now waking up at even 7, it's still dark, and it's just like, it's awful. And then it's dark by 4 o'clock, and then you get tired. This is all stuff that people have talked about before, but I guess I was never too honest with myself about it. And now, certainly not a fan of the winter. Not as much anymore. It makes me just want to move. If I'd ever do it, I don't know. But certainly would enjoy just having summer always, or having sunny conditions always. And not possible right now. If I'll ever move, I don't know. Just keep that one open as an idea for maybe someday. but we'll see. It'd be cool though. I'd like to go to California. Not Los Angeles. Not even like necessarily an area that's always warm. I like San Francisco a lot. And it's not always warm there, but it's expensive. So California, I feel like it's scratched out. But Texas has seemed really cool lately. I kind of liked it there when I visited. Kind of surprised me that every single interstate seemed to be 80 miles per hour or above. I've never seen people drive like that, but everyone was also very slick, so it was like okay that everyone was going so fast. So Texas is cool. Or I would never go to Florida. Never. Texas though would be cool. I don't know. I always really appreciated more secluded spots too, though. Sometimes I'll just open up Texas maps and see what are the cheapest homes around here right now. Little small towns in Texas. Yeah, right now I think it's Texas over California if I were to ever do it. Especially since California seems to be running its course lately. Texas seems a little cooler, but I doubt it'll ever happen. Well, I'm about halfway home, so I guess the moral of this story is winter sucks.